we're going to talk about a new world, because if you have a new resurrected body, a body has to have a place to live, right? And that's what we're going to talk about. God's going to destroy this whole universe, and He's going to create a new universe, and it's going to be in this new universe without sin or death or anything that we're going to live in our new immortal glorified body filled with all kinds of powers. So here we go. At the top of the page, write down these passages. And this is about a new world. Here we go. Number 1, Isaiah, you can abbreviate it IS if you wish, Isaiah 65:17. Number 2, Isaiah 66:22. Number 3, Matthew 19:28. Number 4, Romans 8:20 and 21. Number 5, 2 Peter 3:13. And the last one, number 6, Revelation 21:1. So you can see there's a lot of passages talk about this, right? We're going to look about this new heaven and this new earth. So let's just run through these passages quickly, and then we'll go back to question number 5. So the first two are in Isaiah, about the middle of your Bible. Now remember, to set this up, remember God created a perfect world, right? He's all done creating, and everything was very good. Then Adam and Eve fell into sin, and everything goes wacko. Cursed is the ground because of you, okay, and so forth. Okay, Isaiah 65:17. We'll do this kind of quickly. You'll get the point. This is God speaking through the prophet Isaiah. Behold! That's supposed to get a person's attention. That's a very clear Hebrew word there. Behold! Watch this. Listen up. I will create new heavens. And heavens here means universe. And a new earth. The former things, the things of this universe I'm adding there, will not be remembered, nor will they even come to mind. Next chapter, chapter 66. 66:22. As the new heavens and the new earth that I make will endure before me, declares the Lord. Endure before means to last for what? Ever. So will your name and descendants endure, meaning forever. Okay, now let's go to the New Testament. Go to Matthew. Matthew 19:28. Now we have a little bit different language here, but you're going to see very easily it's the same idea. Matthew 19:28. And it's very, very brief. Jesus said to them, he's talking to the disciples, I tell you the truth, at the what of all things? Renewal of all things? You know what a renewal is? Things are going to be made what? Over again, made new when the Son of Man sits on His glorious throne. Well, when's the Son of Man going to sit on His glorious throne? The day of the resurrection, the return of Jesus and all that. So He's saying, yeah, I'm going to come back and everything will be made new. A new heaven and a new earth. Okay, go to Romans 8. We saw this earlier. We'll just revisit it quickly. Romans 8:20 and 21. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans. 8:20 and 21. You saw this earlier. For the creation was subjected to frustration. In other words, the world just doesn't work the way God originally planned it to work. Everything always goes, the Peter principle, right? If something's going to go wrong, it will go wrong, and so forth. Was subjected to frustration, not by its own choice, but by the will of the one who subjected it, in the hope what? The creation itself will be what? Liberated from its bondage to decay and brought into the glorious freedom of the children of God. In other words, this old universe will be destroyed, and God will give us a new one. All right, 2 Peter 3:13, towards the back of your New Testament. A little bit before the book of Revelation. You got Revelation and 3rd, 2nd, and 1st John. And 2 Peter 3:13. 2 Peter 3:13. Second Peter 3:13. But in keeping with His promise, we are looking forward to what? a new heaven and a new earth, the home of no more sin. A home of righteousness. Now, let's see how smart you are. But in keeping with his promise, what promise of God is Peter thinking about? And you heard it earlier when we went through these passages. What promise? I'm thinking of a Bible passage. It's okay if you don't get it. Isaiah 65 and Isaiah 66. Right? That was written 700 years before Christ. That's the promise. He's saying God, through the prophet Isaiah, promised us a new heaven and a new earth. That's where we're putting our hope. And of course, Jesus talked about it too. Okay, real quickly, I'm watching the clock. Forgive me. Revelation 21:1. Revelation 21:1. I'm going to read a little bit more than one. You'll get the flavor of it. And then I got to move on. I'm watching the clock. Revelation 21:1 and following. Then I saw what? A new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth, what? Had passed away, and there was no longer any sea. I saw the holy city. This is the church he's describing now in figurative language. This is the church. The holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down from heaven from God, prepared as a bride. Here's the church. Because who's the groom? Jesus. Church is the bride. This is figurative language. Prepared as a bride, beautifully dressed for her husband. And the husband is Jesus. Because Jesus has come back. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, now the dwelling of God is with men. Remember in the Sermon on the Mount? Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. And he will live with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There'll be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. This world is going to be destroyed, and he's going to create a new one, the home of righteousness.